Far 7 of the wins, they've come from behind. Mike Scioscia back in the dugout, at least for a little while. More on that in just a moment. Garrett Anderson with the Angels up 1-0 with a bid to increase that lead. But Trot Nixon makes a fantastic grab, brings it back into the infield. Orlando Cabrera moves on to third on the play. The Red Sox, however, appeal. Matt Clement steps off, and Larry Young, who gave Scioscia the gate, says he is out. Gave him the gate on Wednesday night. Cabrera is incensed, and we flash back to Wednesday, and here's where Scioscia and Young, oh, it all went terribly wrong, didn't it? Young ran him after he argued a check swing call. So, oh boy, here comes Scioscia, all full of vinegar and anger, and they come out and they talk, but they're gentlemen, cooler heads prevail. But the personal rancor would resurface soon enough. Take a look at the replay. Scioscia and the Halos have certainly got a beef, and between innings, Mickey Hatcher's got bitter beer face in a big way. Then Scioscia comes out, and Marvin Hudson gives him the gate again. Said starting pitcher Paul Burge, I think we fed off that emotion. So it's a 3-0 game for the Angels. Scott Shields facing Edgar Renteria, and that's a nasty pitch. Gets Renteria looking. 2 outs. Next batter, it's David Ortiz, and this guy's unbelievable. But a 3-2 pitch is strike 3. Said Scioscia after the game, a 3-run lead in the Grand Canyon with that club's not safe. It's still 3-0. Oh my gosh. Frankie Rodriguez just filth to Kevin Millar. 2 batters later, bases loaded. Roberto Pettigini, that's it, and that's all there is. The Angels hold on to that skinny little 3-run lead. Sox finish up their longest homestand of the season, 10-4. 4-game lead over the Yankees heading into this huge weekend series. The Angels extend their lead over the Idle A's to 1 game, head to Chicago to face the White Sox, while the A's will travel to the Devil Rays to blame. Throughout the highlights, you will notice Salvation Army patches and Red Cross stickers. Baseball doing their part to help hurricane relief. Jorge Cantu here brings in Carl Crawford. There's that Red Cross sticker on Cantu's helmet. 100th RBI of the season for him. Only the 2nd Mexican-born player to reach that number. There's Carl Crawford out a big evening. 3 for 5, 3-run scores, and he puts the D-Rays up 5-0. The Yankees just can't solve the D-Ray riddle. Ruben Sierra, though, can still knock it out of the yard. His 4th of the year cuts the lead to 6-4, but Danny Baez has been a Yankee killer. His 7th save of the season against the Yanks comes right here. It's Giambi. So Derek Jeter, I don't know how many times they've beaten this, but they deserve to win them all. For the record, they've beaten them 11 times.
Indians trailed the Yankees by 1/2 game in the AL wildcard. Cleveland hosting Detroit. Tigers up 2-zip in the 5th. Aaron Boone, who was 1 for 8 career against Nate Robertson, ties the ballgame up with a 2-out get-out, his 14th. Bottom 6th, Casey Blake saddles up to the Robertson bar, orders a shot at Jack. He drinks alone, number 20, 3-2 Tribe. It's Blake's 3rd home run in his last 2 games. Does not celebrate alone. He and Boone discussed their post-game festivities. Coco Crisp yard shot made it 4-2, but in the 7th, the Tigers have the bases loaded with 2 out. Bobby Howry comes in and strikes out Brandon Inge. 4-2 final. Yankees-Red Sox series coming up, but look who has moved up into the top spot in the AL wildcard. The Cleveland Indians lead the AL wildcard race by themselves for the first time this season. Cleveland with 9 more at home in a row, hosting Minnesota, Oakland, and Kansas City.
And now the White Sox just aren't playing fair. J.P. Howell throws over to first. Pablo Ozuna steals home. One more look. Ozuna off and running, and he's Dirt McGirt, and he's also saved 2-0 Pale Hose. Top 6, Angel Baroa up with a man on. Royals down 1. You're not supposed to root for teams in this business. At this point, I'll say it. I want to see the Royals win games. How can you not? These poor guys, they've been through enough. It's 3-2, and Baroa goes big. Now Baroa goes small. Suicide squeeze brings in another run, and the Royals win for just the 3rd time in 15 games this season against this Alou. You think he remembers? Look at this. That's unbelievable. The Bartman squad. That is cruel and unusual punishment. Bottom 3. It's 3-1 Cubs. Carlos Zambrano facing Ray Durham. Jerry Hairston Jr. going Jim Edmonds. Well done. Zambrano trying to go 9-1 in his last 10 decisions, and Jerry Hairston Jr. just keeps hooking him up. This is Todd Linden. No. That's another top playing nominee. Top 7, we're tied at 3. 2 on, 2 out. Nomar Garciaparra, who went 2 for 5 and 3 RBI. This stays in the yard, but just barely. That's off Noah Lowry, whose ERA in August was under 1. Zambrano and Ronnie Cedeno score. Zambrano's got 13 wins. That is the most on this staff. It's got Wood and Maddox and Pryor.
All right, San Diego with the 6.5 game lead after that San Francisco loss, hosting Colorado. Bottom 10, 1 on, 2 outs. Robert Fick, former Hawaii winter leaguer with what you could call the Aloha ball. Fly ball off Juan Acevedo. Miguel Olivo scores the winning run. Padres win it 3-2. Walk-off single. Giants now 7 back in the NL West. There you got it. The Giants and Dodgers both 7 back of the Padres. That's good news for the dads. Here's your bad news. San Diego ace Jake Peavy will skip his scheduled start on Saturday at L.A. because of pain in his right shoulder and probably will not pitch again for a week.
Scarce Beckett looking for number 13, and Marlon Byrd said afterwards, that's Beckett from the World Series a couple years ago. He set down swinging there, 6 2/3, 7 Ks, 2 earned. Top 5, 2-1 Marlins, and Beckett, for the first time in his major league career, in the most difficult stadium in the majors to homer, has taken Patterson out of the yard. First career homer in 181 at-bats. His teammates, of course, are going to give him the silent treatment. Not going to say a word to him. Finally, they come over and show him some love. Frank Robinson, no love, man. We have got to do better than this. Top 6, Florida up 7-2. Miguel Cabrera. This guy is just amazing. Smokes his 30th out. He's only 22 years old. Marlins go up 8-2. They outscore the Nats 24-7 the last 3 games of the series as they take the last 3. Cabrera's 30th homer makes him the youngest player in baseball history to record back-to-back 30-homer, 100 RBI seasons. Albert Pujols, the only active player to accomplish the feat, doing it in 2001 and 2002. Before that, you got to go all the way back to Jimmy Fox in 1930.
The Mets pick a bad time to stop sniffing wins. 2-8 in their last 10 in St. Louis, facing Chris Carpenter, who's 12-0 with a 1.44 ERA in his last 15 starts. Cardinals have won all 15 of those starts, and Carpenter's starting off good. Just ask David Wright in the first and the fourth. Bottom 6, hey. Albert Pujols off Chris Benson, his 38th, and that breaks a scoreless game. Solo shot, 1-0. Top 7, Carpenter and Wright again after the curtain call. First time David Wright had ever faced Chris Carpenter, and now he's facing him in his dreams. Struck out 3 times. Carpenter finished with 7 Ks. Bottom 7, if some is good, more is better. Unless you're Chris Benson, who gives up another shot to Pujols. That's 39. Cards up 3-0. They win at 5-0. Carpenter has pitched at least 7 innings, allowed no more than 3 runs in any of his last 16 starts. He's the first pitcher to make that many consecutive such starts in the live ball era. Cy Young, 3 calls. Carpenter leads the majors with 21 wins and is second with a 2.21 ERA. That is 64 points higher than Roger Clemens' ERA, although the Rocket only has 11 wins to show for it. Dontrelle Willis, the only other 20-game winner, 2.52 ERA, ranks 4th in the league. Plus, he can hit. NL wild card, the Marlins pull a half game closer to the Astros and head to Philadelphia for a big series. The Nationals host the Braves, who just got done sweeping the Mets. New York trying to break a 9-game losing streak at Busch.
Your top 10 plays from Cold Pizza on Thursday morning. That's on ESPN2. You should watch it in the morning. Fine program. These are the world champion skydivers who apparently are not well. Look at them. Not me, Jack. Not me.
Which one was Dana?
Dana stayed on the ground.
Number 9, WNBA Monarchs comments. Houston, we have a table. This was during a timeout, clearly a sorority initiation.
Number 8, Pablo Ozuna. He's crafty.
And then they're going to come home. Yes, safe. Pablo Ozuna is always looking for a way to shine and show his skills.
Skills, but the Sox still lost.
At number 7, it's the Mets and Cardinals. Albert Pujols with bat scratch fever against Chris Benson. Went yard twice on him, his 12th career multi-home run game, and the Cards and Chris Carpenter win again, and the Mets lose again.
Carpenter doesn't lose ever. This is Kaz Matsui. This is Skip Schumacher doing what Skip is well known for. Thievery. If it was foul, it was a strike. It was, but it was also caught. That made it an out. The Cardinals won 5-0.
At number 5, Devil Rays Yankees, Jason Giambi, glove me do. Aubrey Huff lining one down. Giambi getting dirty, making the play, but it's the Devil Rays making the plays against the Yankees again.
Cold-blooded, methodical, efficient. That's what the Patriots are. Tom Brady, Deion Branch, 8 Raiders in coverage, but Brady and Branch find the soft spot and exploit it for 6. Speaking of they don't lose, you can put the Pats in that category too.
Well, and also in New England, the Red Sox rarely lose at home as of late. At number 3, Garrett Anderson of the Angels flies one foul in right field. Trot Nixon makes the catch. All this would lead to a not top 10 moment for the umpires, but that's for another show, another day.
Number 2, Monarchs Comics, Nicole Powell. All day, all night, give me all 3, and ties the ball game up at 63s with range for days. Crazy. The Monarchs win it in overtime.
At number 1, the NFL is back, and Randy Moss wearing silver and black in New England. Kerry Collins to Moss, who beats Tyrone Poole, and then Rodney Harrison with the bad angle. 5 catches, 130 yards, but the Pats win it 30-20.
Goes by as Sox and Yanks have to wait. The White Sox wearing green pinstripe jerseys and green caps to celebrate the halfway point to St. Patrick's Day, which is ridiculous. So is Paul Konerko. Bottom 5, we're tied at 4s, not anymore. Home run number 37 for Konerko. Ended his hit streak on Thursday night. 3 big knocks on Friday. 5-4 game. Top 7. Orlando Cabrera to Cliff Polite and Carl Everett. That saves a run, and Cabrera can't believe it. Game remains tied at 5. Bottom 11. Juan Uribe up facing Brendan Donnelly. Aaron Rowan rounds 3rd. Juan Rivera's throw in time. Keeps the game alive. We stay tied. Top 12. Vlad Guerrero facing Dustin Hermanson. And if you throw it, Vlad will swing, and Vlad is posing. Flips the bat, takes his time. That would cost him because it stays in the yard. So Guerrero's got to turn on the jets, and he barely slides in safely with a double. Take one more look. Oh, don't pose, Vlad. Can't pose until you know it's out. Next batter is Benji Molina. He lays down the bunt. Jeff Blum only plays at first. And here comes Vlad. He's on his horse, and what a slide. Dirt McGirt doing his thing. It looks like, a bit like a drunk person falling down. But look, he's falling nicely and tags the dish. He is safe. Bottom 12, Francisco Rodriguez, untouchable. Ross Glode swinging. Tadahito Aguchi, he doesn't want to do it, but he does. Carl Everett, 0-2. That hook, you've got to lay off it because it's not a strike unless you swing. They all do. The Angels strike out the side, and they win.
A's began Friday a game behind the Angels in the West. In Texas, opening a 10-game road trip. Top 4, Eric Chavez with him loaded. And he unloads, doubles to left. Mark Ellis has scored. Jason Kendall has scored. Mark Kotze has scored, and they all have scored. A's 8-2. Barry Zito left after allowing 4 runs on 5 hits and 7 in the 9th. Texas down 9-4. Ricardo Rincon facing Phil Nevin. Yard. Nevin's 3rd with Texas. Rangers now within 4. It's 9-5. Ken Maka, go get Rincon. Bring in Kiko Calero. So here's Kiko Calero.
How's your command?
Mark DeRosa. Well, there's some issues with command. Michael Young gets a free pass. Maka, go get Kiko Calero. Houston Street into close facing Mark Teixeira, and you don't close out Mark Teixeira. He closes you out. 3-run shot is 37th. He was 3 for 4, drove in 5. It's 9-8. Next up, it's Alfonso Soriano. 0 for 5. This ends it. Save 19 for Street. And the A's withstand the Rangers' comeback and escape 9-8. Oakland has scored 17 runs in its last 2 games. The offense waking up. Yankees open a 3-game visit from Boston. 4 games behind the Red Sox in the AL East. Chef, thigh injury, not in there. David Wells not getting any support. Bottom 1, Jason Giambi. Tony Graffinino. Where are David Wells or Kevin Millar? The 1-0 Yankees. Top 3. 3-2 Boston. Millar down the left field line. Third base coach Dale Swain waves Jason Varitek in from first. Varitek barely around third when Derek Jeter gets the relay. Jorge Posada said it was either through me or around me. He decided to try to go through me. Meat. Bottom of the inning, more meat. A-Rod is 41st. This ties it at 3. Wells allowed 5 earned on 9 hits and 5 2/3. And everything unravels in the 6th inning for Boston defensively. Yankees up 4-3. Robinson Cano, Wells still in there. To center, Johnny Damon. What are you thinking? That's error number 1, but wait, it gets worse. Posada tries to score on the relay, but as you'll see here, there is no relay because Edgar Renteria throws it directly into the ground. Hello. Yanks go up 5-3 on the double error. Tito Francona assess.
We made mistakes, and it was not our best game. We made some sloppy. It happens, and the good news is a game in about 12 hours.
Boston tied a season high with 4 errors. Yankees win 8-4. Aaron Small wins again. He's 7-0.
Indians needed to win to maintain a half-game lead ahead of the Yanks in the wild card race, and the lumber has been red hot. 15 runs for the Indians in a row on home runs. Let's make it 16. That's Grady Sizemore leading off Johan Santana. Only the second time anyone's ever done that to Santana, whose career record against Cleveland was 5-0 coming in. Now it's 2-2. Not anymore. Coco Crisp brings in Casey Blake, who had 2 more hits from the 9 spot. Indians with a 3-2 lead, top 6. Twins down 4-2. Juan Castro off Jake Westbrook, and Ronnie Belliard makes a spectacular play. Unbelievable. One more look at this. Belliard, who also had 2 hits, gathering all his strength to get his man. We move now to the top of the ninth. 2 outs, man on Bob Wickman facing the tying run. Wickman looking for his career-high 38th save and ground ball. That's it, and that's all. And the Tribe maintain their lead in the American League wild card. We take inventory of that situation, and all of the American League wild card leaders won Friday. No change at the top. Status quo. As for the AL West, no change there either. Angels still a game up on the A's. Larry Bowa, what was the most important thing you took out of Friday night's game? Continues. Bottom 1, J.J. Hardy 3-2 pitch, and Hardy! Hello, Hardy! His 7th home run of the year, and it's Brewers 1-0. Next inning, Doug Davis on deck, Damian Miller at the plate, and this is gone in a hurry. Clemens said, what I took out there is not going to get it done. Miller's 8th of the season. It's 3-1 Brewers. Jeff Bagwell activated Friday from the disabled list. He pinch hits for Clemens, who had his shortest outing of the year, and that's strike 3. Clemens gets the loss. His ERA jumps from 1.57 to 1.78. September, time for Cy Young candidates to step forward and impress voters. Chris Carpenter and Dontrelle Willis, they've done just that. Roger Clemens, I don't know if it's age catching up with him or he just couldn't continue an unbelievably blistering pace, but the ERA in 2 September starts is almost 8. ERA below 2 in each month of the season prior to September.
So the Marlins with a chance to lead the NL wild card race, opening a 3-game visit to Philly. Phillies next 13 games against the Marlins and Braves, who are both in front of them. In the NL East, this is a crucial stretch for Corey Lytle and company. Top 2, Matt Trainer. Slow roller. Damian Easley coming home, and he beats the throw. Marlins up 2-1, but A.J. Burnett could not hold it, in danger here of losing his 4th straight start. Burnett had allowed 10 earned in his previous 2 starts. Bottom 3, Phil's down 4-2. Pat Burrell. Down the left field line, Kenny Lofton scores. Bobby Abreu scores. That ties it. Burrell reaches 100 RBIs. Burnett was tagged for 5 earned on 4 hits. He went just 2 1/3. Next up, Ryan Howard, and he gets all of it. 2-run shot off new guy Brian Moeller, his 16th, 12-5. Philly snap a 5-game losing streak. Marlins stay a half-game back of Houston.
For the Nats, now or never, do or die, pick a cliche. Esteban Loaiz's 5th start of the season against the Braves, having trouble with Andrew Jones. Who isn't? And the hits just keep on coming. Andrew Jones, in honor of DC, will cue up the trouble funk. Let's get small. It's home run number 46 of the year, and he's sneaking up on Hank Aaron. He'll tie him with the club mark with his next home run, but troubles with the bullpen. This is Vinny Castilla, and this ball is one of the longest we've seen all year at RFK. Upper deck cuts the lead to 2 runs. Now in the 8th, after 2 Davies walks, Bobby Cox takes Davies out of the ballgame. Brad Wilkerson with 2 on. He doubles to right, and the Nats, who can't score runs off anybody, have roared back to tie this game at 6. Still in the 8th, after 1 out, Cox takes out Foster. Dan Kolb comes in. The first pitch to Jose Guillen with 2 runners on. Lines a double to right. He said after the game to Guillen, I'm pretty sure if we lost, season was over. The bleachers at RFK shaking like they're in Redskins games. The Nats come back to win by 2.
All right, so here's the deal. Astros and Marlins both lose. NL wildcard stays. A half-game lead for Houston on top, but it tightens up down below. Phillies move to within a game and a half. Nationals pick up ground. They're now 3 back. Meanwhile, the Mets are now under 500, so they are no longer panel-worthy.
Time for the top plays. Number 10, Fred. Devil Rays, Yankees. This is from Thursday, and it's Hideki Matsui. And since it's the Devil Rays, Well, Hideki has no chance. I got it, I don't got it.
Boy, you know that feeling, don't you? Ooh, that is not a good one.
No, it's not. No, that's why it's in the not top 10. Number 9, WNBA game. They're making a human table. That's what they're doing.
Why?
Why not, is the question.
Blue Jays Devil Rays Friday. Joey Gathright. An air ball. An absolute whiff. A Yankee fan just saying, yeah, if that was against us, he would have caught it. Would have bounced off his head. He would have caught it. D-Rays lose 7-2.
Number 7, this from Friday night. Yankees, Red Sox, Jason Giambi, Tony Graffinino. Where is anybody covering the bag? That's a Dewey Evans to Yaz 75 World Series throw.
Cubs, Giants Thursday. I'm Steve Bartman. Yes, I'm the real Bartman. This is look at that's actually very funny and very well done. Poor guy. He can't escape it, can he?
Actually, he could sit in the middle of that group and probably watch the whole game and no one would know.
True.
Number 5, Rangers Twins, Alfonso Soriano. Jock Jones throws it way across the field, almost into the stand. But there, unlike the Red Sox, the Twins back up the defense there. Joe Mace has it.
But he does, and a beauty. What is Brocail doing? What is he thinking? Oh, my God. We talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, the Rangers turn to make a mistake later in the game. Twins won 8-6.
Oklahoma State, Florida Atlantic. David Washington, a little trouble. Rolling around the dirt. He's young. He'll learn eventually. Yeah. Maybe, or not. Oklahoma State did win.
Number 3, Royals White Sox Tuesday. Pablo Ozuna swings a little late on the apparent hit and run. Ball bounces in the dirt, and then he swings at it. Fundamentals.
Looks like he's trying to hit his L wedge. That's just wrong.
What?
He gone? He gone?
Oh, my goodness. Red Sox, Yankees, and it was a rough night for Red Sox Nation. Johnny Damon. Oh, it's off the glove, and then here comes Edgar. Edgar, what are you doing? It's 2 errors in 1 play. Los Yankees win 8-4.
And number 1, Mariners A's Monday. Ken Maka taking some frustrations out. Pitcher Joe Blanton was stuck and had to be freed in there.